Yes, we're being live streamed at the moment. We are live streaming. Well, hello, Claudia.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Not too bad. Exciting new adventure here this morning. See how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, going live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. I am Rose McNair, and co-hosting the Words of the Light series with me is Claudia Tidgens. How are you, Claudia?
I'm good, thank you.
Just for the benefit of our audience. Sorry, I already asked you that. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We are trying something new today. We are doing a live transmission, okay? And it's just a matter of, we want to do this live transmission. We want to see how it goes, and we go from there. And I would love to have your feedback. If you're joining us on the YouTube, I beg your pardon, if you're joining us on Zoom, please remember that as you come in to just mute yourself and turn your camera off. We will get better at this, and then you can start coming in and we'll show everybody's names and who they are and all of that. Okay, so new venture for us, and it's here starting at Lionsgate. So right, so that's coming through. Claudia, I can hear myself there. Does it mean you've got your YouTube on?
No.
Okay, I just heard myself coming back in some sort of feedback, so that's okay. I don't know what that's all about, and I'm okay with it. Let's carry on. Let's go with the flow. Right, so I just have to breathe for a minute. Yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
So this is how we're going to do the program today, everyone. We thought that we would tell you what the new process is that we're going to do. Right, firstly, we've introduced ourselves, we welcomed you, and it's so good to have you, everybody watching, whether you're catching it live, whether you're catching it later on. We know that this will find you when it's time to, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to lead in to the messages, whatever Claudia is bringing through in terms of whether it's channeling, whether it's a message, whether she's sharing something with us in terms of current energies. We will lead that in with a bit of toning and light language. And then when she's done that, I will come back and I will give a message, something that I've been looking at this week. So I'm going to be talking about Lionsgate, and Claudia, you tell us what you're going to be talking about.
I think in the lead up to this, we talked about how many planets are in retrograde. So, and how that might show in everyone's lives. I think we're going to go a bit more into detail, and I'll talk about what's been happening for me personally in the last week or two, and that might just resonate. I think it will, because it's just the energy that is currently there. And I would hope there is going to be some healing for that for us, or just some more understanding. So we'll call on that.
Wonderful. Yeah. So everybody, I want to say, if you have a crystal, I want to encourage you, if you can, whilst we're doing this, if you can grab your crystal. I have crystals around me, but very specifically today, I was trying to get a card out of the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. My guides had shown me the magic of the unicorns earlier, and I thought, oh, the wisdom sitting on my desk, I'll look here, and nothing happened. And then I thought, I'm just going to listen. And the card is this card, and I'm sorry if you can't see it. And I'm sorry, I'll also be better prepared next time to choose the card sooner rather than later, but I'm going to read the card. It's the number 39 card. It's called Ascension Lift. And it says, prepare for rapid spiritual growth, be ready for opportunities. I'm not going to read the whole of it because we are conscious that we want to be finished maximum 40 minutes. Okay. And that's not rushing it. It's saying we are conscious that you don't have a lot of time to be part of that, to be part of it in such a way that we go on for longer and longer. On this card is a unicorn, a rainbow. There is a dog, I beg your pardon, a fox. There is a dove. All of them have these light orbs on them, golden pink lights, very, very much that golden pink light of the central sun and of the heart chakra. All right. So the heart chakra, as we know, evolving to the 5th dimensional, all our chakras are evolving to the 5th dimension chakras. And so the new light or the new color for the heart chakra is being golden pink white light. And so all of them have that. And, you know, go and have a look and see what that means for you. Because I'm thinking that's going to bring in the violet flame. All right, I'll stop talking because I really talk a lot. And I'm going to lead us in with some light language. I'm going to put my musician's mode on. Claudia will be muting herself. And we are going to lead it into this message. Everyone, if you have your crystal in your hand, if you have your crystal nearby, put it into your hand if you like, wherever you feel comfortable to have your crystal, I encourage you. I'm holding it in my left hand. Take a moment to breathe. 1, 2, 3 if you need it. Welcome, welcome into the heavenly chambers. Kola masila katafolo katela le kichela lo kotolo maila lo kotolo lo vakitala lega. Kola le meke shala katalo tututu fale kola makela vakito. Oh, I out lakle. Kola malakina la la really glono malakila to lavara kilo to la lava lua hilo mele mele melo hi la vai ho hi la makashla mai no kurava kala tata vaina oh ho 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 Kela sakato for na katai. In la kuchumai tai. Takero no na kitatatai la makutatai na kateya. Thank you and welcome. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rose. That was beautiful. Thank you. So I would like to talk about planets being in retrograde, and that actually is just an optical illusion, because obviously some go slower than the others around the sun, so it feels like they're going backwards, but they're not. So that leads us into looking at how things are showing up in our lives at the moment. Is a lot of what we're seeing an illusion, or is it actually the truth? And if we look outwards, is that the right way to go, or should we more look inwards to analyze and to understand what's actually true and what isn't? So the planets in retrograde at the moment are Venus, and this is today, Venus, Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. So Venus governs the vitality in ourselves. So you may be feeling a bit slow, a bit sludgy, as if you don't want to leave the house. You don't want to take on any big projects. I certainly feel like that. I don't want to go anywhere. I mean, in New Zealand, it's winter. It's probably calling me to stay home too. But I even feel that in my children. They're super active. Not at the moment. No one wants to go anywhere, just spending time at home. Next one is Pluto. Pluto in retrograde really means reclaiming our personal power and prioritizing our purpose. So obviously we can't find that outside of ourselves. We need to look within to really think, what is my purpose? What am I good at? I have been thinking about this as well. It is so easy to not use our gifts on ourselves first, but to always try and go out and help others, organize others, run other things other than looking after ourselves. And I think now is the time really to look within and see how we can use our gifts for ourselves first, not for everyone else, because they need to do the same. Everyone needs to look within and heal themselves or get information for themselves, really sit quietly and just tune within, get in touch with your higher selves, your guides, and say, what actually are we working through at the moment? Next one is Saturn. So that is all about inner healing, letting go of limiting beliefs and connecting with our intuition. So that emphasizes the same pattern. We need to go within, we need to play with our intuition and have fun. Maybe use cards like Rose is doing, or just use the pendulum. Try and access your Akashic record, or try and access your inner knowing. Just have a play. Look at things for yourself and see, how can I develop? Where's my power in this? What am I good at? The next one is Neptune. Again, profound opportunities for healing. So practicing mindfulness and taking slower steps. So as you can see, this whole process of retrograde means taking a step back and being a bit slower, even though that's an illusion, but just taking it as going within and really spending time on ourselves, having a play, healing ourselves first, and then we can go out again once this slower period, the sludginess, ends. So for me personally, what I have been observing over the last couple of weeks since all of this has happened, or this has started, some earlier than others, I can see a lot of humongous opportunities for growth, spiritual growth, and they're rubbed into our faces where we need to really concentrate and look within and say, hey, what's happening? So for me personally, I have been feeling very chaotic in my personal environment, in my head, in my whole energy field, and also around me. And it's, for me, it's triggering a lot of things from past lives where I have been feeling in that chaotic environments where I couldn't be myself, like we all have in our past lives, where I have been under scrutiny. So this week, this is quite funny, I had a photo shoot because my website needs an update, and I think I need to be in some more of the pictures, but I'm hating every minute of this photo shoot. And I think it's being under scrutiny, and I'm putting so much pressure on myself. And I've now had this amazing opportunity to look at my past lives. How many husbands did I have where I was under constant scrutiny? How do I look? What am I doing? And that all came to the fore. That I thought, this is really interesting. It should be so much fun, but it wasn't, because I was carrying all of this baggage, bringing it forth to be cleared now. So I wonder if you have areas in your life where it's so really looking in your face what you need to work on. It will be very clear and very in your face. You can't really avoid looking at it. So just go within, pull some cards, like the one that Rose had earlier, talking about these amazing opportunities for spiritual growth. That's what's happening at the moment. What I can also feel with my clients, everyone is having very rapid changes. So we clear one thing, the next one's coming almost immediately for some people, for others a few days later. It's very rapid, the changes that people are wanting to shed the old layers so that we can grow much faster and come out of all this middle age backlog and all the things that we're still carrying. I see it also in younger people, teenagers, and adults as well. I've seen it. People tell me they're really lost. They're so lost, they don't know where they're going. For some people, feeling really depressed, and this is teenagers I'm talking about, to the extent of having symptoms of glandular fever. They can't get out of bed. They're so lost and so stuck. So I've been managing to work with them and really channeling their higher selves, channeling what's coming. And it is all about, this is your purpose. This is what you need to look at. This is what you're good at. Remember from your past lives what you're good at. So I think it's an opportunity for us to really go within and look at what is so easy for us. What do we think everyone can do, but they can't? So what is the easiest for you? That's your path, really. What are you good at? Think about those things. If you feel very thrown out, go within and concentrate. What am I always good at doing? What am I great at? And just do some more of that and play, if you can use it in other areas of your lives as well. What else can I see? So the other thing I was thinking, play with cards, but also play with crystals, play with anything that you might enjoy playing with spiritually, or listen to meditations, or do past life regressions, whatever is helping you on your next steps. But really try and go within, clear what's slapping you in the face, and focus what you're good at. That's the big thing at this moment. And if you need help, there's lots of people out there who can help you. But most importantly, go within. Really go within and sit with yourself in a quiet space. Try and clear your mind, empty it as much as you can, and focus and think what's coming. So good luck with that.
That was great, Claudia. I really loved that. I felt that it's so in tune with what this card was about this morning. And I pulled that card whilst we were here. I didn't pull the card before, or I didn't even know you were going to talk about that, to that, from that angle. Welcome to those that are watching us online. Really appreciate it. Hi, Joe. Joe has commented, so I'm just saying hi to her. And yeah, so good to have all of you watching. We appreciate your support. So I want to really emphasize that I support what you said in terms of finding your own practice. Even if you are somebody who is like your work, Claudia, you're learning that. You said you were learning that perhaps you need to start doing those things for yourself too, not just necessarily giving it to other people only. And there was an emphasis that my guides had given me a few weeks ago about putting some practices in place, like a daily routine. I'm not necessarily doing it diligently every day, but they just gave me some specific instructions. I say instructions, but guidance is probably the better word. Sit in your chair, do your meditation at least for 10 minutes, breathe in the chair, and do more of the light language on your own, because that's going to bring in the answers you need for your life. So, if you have light language, and like Claudia was saying, crystals, cards, just play with it, have fun, because this is meant to be fun. But I know that the illusions. So I can't hear you, Claudia, for some reason.
That it doesn't feel like it sometimes.
No, it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Something's happening with your volume. I don't know what's going on. Check your volume. Okay. Okay. Do you want to say something so I can hear you?
Obviously, I'm not meant to talk anymore.
No, you did really well. Don't worry about that. But I just wanted to support what you were saying from that perspective. From me, so yeah, I'm really reiterating the Ascension Lift here, prepare for rapid spiritual growth, because you use the word rapid as well in what you were saying. So it just makes me realize how in tune this card is with what you were saying, and be ready for opportunities. So today, what I wanted to bring forward was that we are in the Lion's Gate at the moment. We are in the Lion's Gate period. Lion's Gate started about the 25th of July, and it goes on to about the 12th of August. But the intensity of the Lion's Gate outpouring, downpouring alignment as there on the 8th, that's why they call it the 8-8 portal, because it's the 8th of August. Lion's Gate, because we are in the star sign or the sun sign of Leo. That's why it's Lion's Gate. Okay. Want to just say I've been doing like I listen to people during the week to sort of build up my myself and here try to figure out what the current energies are. This is what I do all the time, and I listen to specific people. Now, if I say people's names, I'm not name dropping like they say. I say names because I'm making reference, because this is like not my information, it's their information, and I cannot take any credit for it because I'm learning from them. All right. So I played on radio on Friday. For those of you that don't know, I do a radio show, and I do a radio show. I've been doing it for the last 15 years. I'm a volunteer radio announcer here in East Auckland, and it's called East FM, if you're ever wanting to know about the radio station. And my show is called The Friday Fry Up. It happens every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. Listen to that plug I gave the show now, but okay. But the show gave birth to the Great Awakening generator, because my guides had asked me to go back and interview people like I was doing prior to the pandemic about everything esoteric. And so they had told me that we will have a YouTube channel, and there we are. Okay. But on Friday, I did not have a guest in the studio, and I played this thing that Diana Cooper had done to raise the vibration, and she explained what Lion's Gate is, and I want to share that with you. So Lion's Gate is when the sun is in Leo, in the star sign of Leo. So the sun then aligns with Sirius star, and so the sun, Sirius star, and Earth align to the pyramid in Giza and the Sphinx. That is how she described that, because I have never been a lot into the Lion's Gate stuff, and I'm just learning from them, right? So that's there. It means that lots of light, lots of energy is coming down on the planet at the moment, right? In these specific times. This Lion's Gate is very special compared to others. They say it is special because we've just had a super full moon. They say it is special because of where humanity is and what the awakening that we're going through is all about. Okay, so this is what they're saying is special. Something interesting, I listened to Tim Wilde this morning with David Esri. I just wanted to hear what they had to say, because everybody's doing these Lion's Gate events, right? People are doing tarot card readings and all of that. Coming back to your personal practice, find the thing that you need to do over this Lion's Gate. Okay, we've got 6th, 7th, and 8th. So you can go online and check. People are doing things. Also, remember, you don't have to pay for everything or anything. Fines if you can't pay for it, because some of these people are charging it, which is fine. We honor the work they're doing. They are charging a small fee, and that's okay. I find that people like Tim Wilde and Diana Cooper and David Esri, for example, they make it very reasonably priced for us. It's like £12 or, £10 or £11 or whatever is led. So but just no marketing for them, just saying that this is out there, and find the practice that you need for your Lion's Gate. Something interesting that Tim Wilde talked about, which I'm sort of thinking, guys, Tim Wilde and David Esri talked about this when I listened this morning. They put it out yesterday. They're talking about current systems breaking down and how we'll rebuild. And I need to get my head around what they were saying. They were saying, well, it's not going to be a complete removal of the current system. Say, for example, the banking system right? It's not going to be a complete removal of it. It's going to be that people in those organizations are suddenly going to start awakening to better ways to do things. So it won't completely go away. Not all, but some of them won't completely go away. It will just be that others are also, because everybody's going through the awakening, whether they're on the dark side or the light side or whatever side, everybody's going through the awakening, right? Suddenly you have the powers that be suddenly wake up and think, oh no, we could do this a different way. And so they're going to do it a different way. So for me, I need to process that a little bit more, because up until now, I did not hear any of the teachers I listened to. I did not hear anybody say that. Okay. So there's a lady called Magenta Pixie. She talks often to Pam Gregory, and she's done a channeling for the Lion's Gate, and she's brought in together with the lion, the sixth dimensional dragon energy. I will put that in our description box, because I would love for you to hear that message, because this time at this Lion's Gate, what is different for me is that the dragons are coming in. Okay, and the dragons have been coming into our space, and Claudia, you work with the dragons, so you know as well, right? But the dragons have been coming into our space for a while now, and they have laid down the ley lines of the planet, and they are coming back into our space to be with us and to sort of help us through our processes. They left when things got very dark on Earth. They are returning. They left because ultimately they had to like stop functioning because of whatever was going on the planet. So those are my things that I wanted to say, and we will do a bit of light language. One of the things that Claudia mentioned to me before we went on was, I was saying about how when the solar flash is very strong, I'm starting to notice that when we have these big Schumann resonances coming down and the solar flash is very strong, how, for example, I am experiencing, my body is absorbing that and adjusting to it, but I'm experiencing it in a way where my joints are really sore. And I was diagnosed with having rheumatoid about 10 years ago. I've done really well, but since we started all this ascension process, I seem to be experiencing rheumatoid symptoms, but it's kind of weird as well with the way it moves, because it can move on the minute from one joint to the other. And I've never experienced rheumatoid to be that fast, that accelerated in the way it's moving. And this week has been a tough week for me in terms of being flexible and a lot of pain, lot of pain. So if you're experiencing that, if you're experiencing any kind of pain, this light language that we are intending with the light language for you to start coming firstly into your mindset of what your processes need to be for you to keep yourself in a good space, right? The light language is going to cover that. The light language is also going to bring down some healing. And the light language is going to bring some healing. It's also going to help us to find easy ways to manage the ascension process. All right, so that's the intention with it. So Claudia, before I do the light language, do you want to add something to this?
I have a feeling I'm going to try and amplify that healing energy. That's
awesome.
what.
Okay, great. So I'm going to turn on musicians mode and let's see what comes out, what we come out, because we've called it now. We've called what we need to be bringing in, and let's do this. Okay. All right. So I've got musicians mode on there. La hifora kishilene make it lo mali lo vollo irikele make it to la malolo la vakila vala kotolo malai o kalava kichilo gel glaklo tamalai ramondola o kikafane tuka ekelema chuk olai zam tolamahi hook enamahi kulmai na tikitafahi tukufana kitake Oh, chiama, chiama la malamo, tan la keketo. Oh, he, ho, fale me. Awaken, gentle soul. Awaken, beautiful soul. To you. Look, chela malala lavato, la ketafale lo te. Oh, leda bari lulu vala vavalo, chiklaka. Jilulovai tukulukite tofalak no chia. Oh, clam toflak lalam. He hula mahaha vakino kutaneta. Ijili vigila vaje jivelavo vavalavivo valeketsamatuko. Ilakatela makito, lamakitela vano, tai, chiklo. Yakara votora ma kilo votora la ketofonocha. Ilo vada le levado, davala itakulo state temolo kutanda katala makishlo tatafahina kurukoto tata, tukuravake. So, siela bakuche, solo vali gia ne kurukotamai kasoto no katakatapai kurukofahina kada. Il chico lo tomolo kurukamasele katabai no kurotatabaketona kete. There are showers of lights coming down for all of you, my dear friends, our souls are receiving this. Bring yourself to the forefront of this because you are very, very important in this process. You receiving this light and all of those showers of light into your body and absorbing into your aura and all your energy fields. When you bring this into your space and when you're receptive to it, what is going to happen is you are going to learn the techniques to put yourself in the forefront so that you receive, so that you may give. Remember, there's an awakening happening for those that are not aware of all that is going on this planet. For those that are not aware of their mission, their plan, you are the awakeners. So come and receive in this Lion's Gate that which you need so that you can carry on and continue in the journey of your life, of what comes next. Zovla katana kete loluta kala kachili kete poko tafale kete nukoto tarama seke to fara kato to fraya. Yelo kotata kairama kotama karama kate kechukala katato. Iskoratan. Hilabakota ila kechalova kotoroma kata pekechala kata to faranakata. Jila katamo tana ketele ketafolokata. When you are being receptive to all that light and all those showers that are coming down from the heavens, when all of this alignment happens with Sirius Star and the pyramids and the Sphinx and the sun, ila kashile katomo and our beloved Mother Earth, yemokotate pekaraite potofane kerikotomo tahia. When you receive this light, you will also have all the wisdom and understanding and all that knowledge you know to how to assimilate your ascension symptoms. Please, remember to speak with your guides. Remember, you have a team in spirit, a squad in spirit, and they are going to help you through the process of what it is that you need to make this process going forward comfortable. Ida kalamakotolo makatalakete, totofalaketokolokoto malakachichi, chefeleke cholokoto, tai taromokoto, tahiravake. Izikoro dororo varakilama kishiketo tofahe. I see. To explain it in our language, I see these chains that move the machinery being oiled and functioning. Now, I don't know if chains are the best word, but perhaps you're a well-oiled machine. Lomo samala kifike to, and perhaps this is for me because I was talking about joints, and it's for you that are going through inflexibility with joints. Lam shile kucholo kuchabala kchio. Hailem, hailem kotayan solate. This is a good time, friends. It's a good time. It's a good time to love. It is a good time to be. Take heart, be strong. Sometimes when you do not know how to assimilate all of the things that are coming through from the heavenlies, all the downloads, all the codes, all of those things, all of the information. Remember to walk and depend, fall back on all of those things, all of those beings that look after you. You are not alone here. You are here with your higher self and that squad that came with you. You not only have galactics, you not only have your star families, you have your guides, your ancestors, all of them. Remember, you've had guardian angels, we've known of the archangels, we've known of the ascended masters. We now are being told we've got the unicorns, we've got the dragons, and who else is coming next to be here to support us? Because remember, we are coming into our fullness. So all of those that have been with us will have to be with us in that fullness that we are moving toward. Kolamasi ajkono tapekarama sofra katana karateto farakete. Ijigonono katapeleketamo tai kanamako sofarakete. Oh, thank you. Thank you, friends. So you were really transforming that light, weren't you?
Yes.
Because I could see it as you were doing it, and
And putting it into balance.
Yes. Oh.
In the whole globe. And also supporting our throat chakras in a way so we can speak freely, express and assimilate. The light codes come in, but they need to be transformed so other people can understand the message. I think that whole process.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
I felt I was holding the earth. It needs to be grounded. It can't just float.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next, grounded. And in the process of spreading the message as well.
Yeah. And remember to go and ground yourselves after any kind of process you're doing, even after this, watching this. Go and have a walk in the garden. Make sure you're walking on earth. Make sure if if you can go down to the beach, go and walk on the sand, take your shoes off, take your socks off and walk on the sand, or, on the sea sand, and just make sure you ground yourself because, as above, so below. We need to make sure that we are grounded here because we're getting a lot from the top, from above. Okay, Claudia, anything else you want to say before we say goodbye to everybody?
Thank you, Rose. I think the big thing is when you're having a play, also feel into your body, feel into the different parts of your body. I can feel a lot of unease in the solar plexus and the throat. So I think it's the scrutiny. Forget about it. Look inside and look how precious you are and your contributions. And that will feel so good in your gut. Listen to your gut and listen. If you're feeling really sick, you either need to say something, needs to come out, or reassess where you feel under scrutiny. I think that's listen to your gut. Your physical body will give you so many messages that will point you in the direction of where you can change things.
Yeah. Yeah. Part of awakening is to be true to self. Remember, awakening cannot happen if you're not true to yourself.
And one thing that I heard while you were channeling is be gentle on yourselves.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cut out there. Can you say that again, please, Claudia?
What I heard when you were channeling said be gentle on yourselves. Be gentle, and anything that is coming your way, you're ready to deal with.
Great.
You're ready for it.
Okay. Wonderful. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We got through our first. I don't even know how the time went. It's time for us to go. But we'll catch you next time here on the Great Awakening Generator. And thank you so much for taking the journey with us. We appreciate and love all of you for that. Thank you.